welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here with me today. Today I'm going to take you along on a reset day. We just got back from Mexico very late last night. We were there for 9 days. We had the most incredible time. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I actually have two homes. We live separately part-time to accommodate where our girls go to school and where I work, because I work in the city. My husband works outside of the city. So we don't always get a lot of uninterrupted time together as a unit of 5. So it was absolutely wonderful. But I am happy to be home. I feel like I'm in desperate need of a reset day today. So I woke up early this morning, got a shower, blow dried my hair, took the opportunity with no food in my house to do a nice fridge clean out as well. As you can see, it's nice and clean and ready to go for some fresh groceries. So I have a ton of laundry to do as well. So I'm just gonna take you along on my reset day. We're gonna head over to the grocery store now and get some stuff and then come back and do a little bit of meal prep. I am back from the grocery store and I thought I would do a quick haul. So starting over here, I have these vegan protein bars. I don't do a lot of protein bars, but every now and then I like to have something with me just in case I'm out somewhere where you can't find anything that does not have dairy or meat in it. I got some Brussels sprouts because I'm gonna roast these up midweek. I've got some strawberries. Organic strawberries have been very expensive here in Toronto lately, but these were on sale. Some cherry tomatoes and some blackberries. The berries I'll probably use in either desserts or breakfast or both. The cherry tomatoes I'm going to use probably in a few different things, but I'm definitely craving some kind of Greek salad this week. I got some bananas, which I just like to snack on. I got some mushrooms, which I'm gonna put in pasta or gnocchi because we love mushrooms in this house. I got some organic spelt sourdough. This is my favorite bread. It is not the easiest to find, so I always pick one up when I'm at Whole Foods. We will not eat this entire loaf this week, so I do plan on putting half of it in the freezer. And then I got some organic kale. I got lemons because I've been really into having lemon in water midday. I just find it adds something a little different. I get bored of drinking the same thing all day, and we use lemons in a lot of recipes, and I'm gonna make a really good Greek salad dressing as well. We got these sprouts, which are actually one of my daughter's favorite things. She loves to put these on sandwiches, and I like to toss these in salads. I got some zucchini, which I like to fry up with the mushrooms, and I like to put that in pasta. I got some organic silken tofu because in a previous video I showed you I like to use this in a chocolate pudding dessert, so I'm gonna make a couple of batches of that for this week as well. I got some extra firm tofu. I use this in a lot of different recipes. I'm gonna probably stir fry a bunch of this as part of my meal prep and keep it in the fridge. I got some delicious plant-based yogurt. This one is my absolute favorite. I love it so much. So I got that. I got this olive oil for cooking. It was recommended by someone who actually works in Whole Foods, specifically in the olive oil section, which I thought was kind of interesting. But I needed one that was good for cooking, but I still wanted a high quality one, and he said this one was the absolute best, so I got that. The plant-based milk that I absolutely love from Greenhouse Juicery was on sale, so I got 2 of those, even though I didn't technically need them today. I got this red wine vinegar because I am gonna make Greek dressing, which is also why I got the lemons. I love this brand. It tastes delicious and it's very inexpensive. I got these grain-free tortilla chips by Siete. We love having these with a lot of different things. When I make a big salad, sometimes I like to use these instead of croutons. We also like to make our own guac in the middle of the week and have this as a snack. Or with chili, if you ever make chili, really recommend these. They're delicious. Moving on to some more produce, I got bell peppers. I use about a half to a whole bell pepper every single day. I use it in stir fries. I like to just chop it up and eat it with hummus. We're probably gonna make a batch of hummus this week. I got these organic ambrosia apples. These are my favorite apples. I got these little oranges. My daughter loves these. She likes to have these for a snack during lunch. I got a bunch of avocados. I have about a half an avocado every single day. And because we got those siete chips, we'll probably make some kind of guac. I don't know, maybe I'm missing Mexico right now, so got 3 of those. And then we also got some romaine lettuce because I'm gonna use that as the base for some sort of Greek salad this week. Like I said, I'm really craving fresh salads. I also got some sweet potatoes, which I like to just cook up. I've shown you in a previous food prep video, just super easy to throw together. And then I also got 2 cucumbers, which again, we like to have as snacks. So, oh, and I forgot, I got some ginger as well, because I like to have ginger. Sometimes I like to juice it with the lemon, and other times I like to use it in either salad dressings or sauces that I'm gonna use, like stir fry sauces. So we go through a lot of ginger as well. And that's it. So I'm gonna get putting this stuff away. As a part of my meal prep for today, I am going to make a very simple Greek salad dressing that can be used on Greek salad, but it can also be used on Nourish bowls or whatever you want. And it has olive oil, some red wine vinegar, Dijon mustard, black pepper, oregano, parsley, salt, juice from 1 lemon, and a few garlic cloves. Only takes a few minutes to make, and it will last in the fridge all week. First, we're going to finely mince 2 cloves of garlic. Next, we're going to add in the juice of 1 lemon, 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper. And lastly, a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Give that a good mix and store in a glass jar in the fridge for up to a week. Next, I'm prepping my version of a chicken salad using 2 cans of chickpeas, which you're going to start by mashing, 1/3 of a plant-based yogurt. Here I'm using coconut yogurt. Next, we're going to add half an avocado and 2 tablespoons of vegan mayo, some salt to taste, some pepper to taste, a little bit of curry powder, some dried dill, and some Dijon mustard. We're gonna give this a good mix. You could also add red onion and celery to this. I just didn't have any. Lastly, I'm going to add some delicious dried cranberries for sweetness. Once you finish mixing this up, put it in a glass container and store for up to a week. Moving on to some breakfast meal prep, we are going to start with 1 cup of chia seeds, 1 cup of rolled oats, a few scoops of any protein powder you want. Here I am using a chocolate vegan protein powder. Next, we're going to add our liquid. I am using an unsweetened plant-based almond milk here, and I'm starting with 2 cups of this plant-based milk, and then I'm going to give it a good stir, and then you will need to add more liquid later, and you might even want to add more liquid right before serving. Then I'm going to add a few scoops of this matcha powder because there are so many health benefits to matcha, and I just don't often drink it during the day. Then you're going to mix it well, and I added a little more plant milk, which you could add plant milk or water, mix it a little more, and then store it in the fridge for up to a week. Here is actually how I use the overnight oats and chia seed pudding. I simply add some fruit, some almond butter, and a little bit of coconut yogurt. For dessert this week, I am prepping my tofu chocolate pudding, starting with some silken tofu. Next, we're going in with a little bit of vanilla. And this time I decided to use real peanut butter instead of just PB2 because I wanted something a little more decadent. And of course, I'm still using PB2 for some extra protein. And I also just really like the flavor of it. Then we have some cacao powder for all those antioxidants. And of course, melted dark chocolate. We're going to blend this up, and then we're going to store this in the fridge for up to a week. For dessert, I decided to have a little bit of that decadent chocolate tofu pudding that I made earlier in the day, and then I topped it with a little bit of coconut yogurt for some extra creaminess, and then I added some of those freshly cleaned berries for some antioxidants and extra sweetness. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you got some great meal inspiration, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!